Welcome, first grade friends. Artists, it's time for your art lesson with me, Mrs. Campbell. The last time we were together for an art lesson, we went on a virtual field trip to the Met Museum, which is located in New York City in New York, which is a city and a state in our country, United States of America. And you got to explore how different artists use materials around them to create artwork. Today, we are inspired by a book that is also inspired by a museum. The book we're going to read is Parker Looks Up, An Extraordinary Moment. So the author is Parker Curry, and then her mom, Jessica Curry. The illustrator is Brittany Jackson. So this book is fiction, but it's based on nonfiction. This is the real Parker, and here's her story. She had a little moment. When Parker Curry came face to face with Amy Sherald's transcendent portrait of First Lady Michelle Obama, she saw dynamic self-assurance. She saw truth and beauty. She saw a queen. But most importantly, Parker saw her hopes, her dreams, her power, her promise, herself. And a little moment became an extraordinary one, the inspirational impact of which continued to resonate for Parkers everywhere. So Parker went to a museum called the National Portrait Gallery, which is a Smithsonian museum located in Washington, D.C., which is the capital of our country, United States of America. And it inspired her to write this book with her mom, and I hope this book inspires you, artists. Let's go ahead and read this book now. Parker Looks Up. Parker Curry loved to dance. Dressed in her favorite tutu, she imagined she was a dancing queen. But one rainy Tuesday, instead of going to dance class, Parker's mom said, "Let's go to the museum." Ava too? Parker loved visiting the museum almost as much as she loved twirling and leaping in the air. She pulled on her boots. Mom and her sister Ava buttoned up their jackets. "Have fun, girls. Bye, Dad." And off they went. Splashing and smiling and surprise! Gia, Parker's best friend, greeted them from the top of the museum steps. Yay, it's Gia! So this is the National Portrait Gallery, which is a Smithsonian museum located in Washington, D.C., which is the capital of our country, United States of America. It's a real museum that you may get to go visit one day too, just like Parker. Once inside, the friends hurried down a long hall, looking at the paintings all around them. They saw prancing horses, blooming flowers, a bushy mustache, a shiny jeweled necklace, two peacocks with red eyes, and a basket of slimy fish. Oh! And feathers. Lots and lots of brilliant feathers. Hurry up, Ava. Artists, I wanted to let you know that these are all real paintings done by artists, or real, that you can find in the National Portrait Gallery. When Gia spotted a playroom, she raced ahead. Parker charged after her. Explore! Let's make silly faces. After Gia stuck purple hair onto the easel and Parker added a pirate hat and sunglasses, it was time to go home. Time to go, girls! Skipping down the hall, the girls spied a row of frilly white tutus. Parker raised her arms. Gia spun around and around and around. "Wait for me," Parker called, dancing after her friend, until she froze in her tracks, spellbound. Parker Curry looked up. A portrait of First Lady Michelle Obama loomed before her. She had rich brown skin, just like Parker, and kind, familiar eyes that reminded Parker of her mother, her grandmother, her sister, and yes, even herself. How could someone look so real and so magical all at the same time? Who is she? Parker's mother's voice filled the air, her words coming to rest squarely on Parker's tiny shoulders. Mother, lawyer, writer, Caring, hero, friend, sister, courageous, smart, inspirational, confident, dynamic, advocate, honest, volunteer, mentor, hopeful. She's a queen, Parker whispered, unable to look away, to move, to breathe. In that moment, Parker saw more than just a portrait. She saw a road before her with endless possibilities. Suddenly, Parker felt a small hand in hers, and the spell was broken. Come look, Ava, she said, putting her arm around her little sister and standing tall. For Parker Curry was feeling powerful and strong, and even though she hadn't moved inside, she was dancing. So there is a note here from Amy Sherfield, and she is the artist who painted the portrait of Michelle Obama. She is right here. That's the artist who painted the portrait of Michelle Obama that you can find in the National Portrait Gallery in Washington, D.C., which is the capital of our country, United States of America. And then here's Michelle Obama. She will always be remembered as our First Lady. She was married to Barack Obama, who was our president. So Amy Sherfield wrote in her note something I wanted to share with you. She said, seeing Parker Curry gaze up at former First Lady Michelle Obama in the National Portrait Gallery took me back to my first visit to a museum in Columbus, Georgia, my hometown. It was there for the very first time that I saw a person in a painting by Beau Bartlett that looked like me. Up until that point, I'd only seen paintings in encyclopedias. I knew I wanted to be an artist, but that painting made me realize I could actually become one. Culture determines who counts in society and reflects the society itself. What Parker observed by looking at the portrait of the First Lady was her own greatness. Her own greatness. My artist, today you're going to do your own self-portrait. You're going to be the artist who paints a picture of yourself to share your own greatness. Your own greatness. Here's all you need, artist. You'll need a piece of paper. A piece of paper. I like to use white because all the colors you use will really pop from the white. It could be this way, it could be this way, it could be this way, it could be this way. Artist, this is your canvas. You decide what direction you want your canvas to be, okay? And then use the materials you have at home. Make a portrait with a pencil. Make a portrait with a colored pencil. Make a portrait with crayons. Make a portrait with markers. Make a portrait with chalk. Make a portrait with paint. Artist, use whatever materials you have at home to make a portrait. A portrait is a picture of you. And the picture of you will show your greatness. Your greatness. And then go ahead and make your home your own gallery, your own National Portrait Gallery, and hang it up. And maybe ask those in your family if they would also like a portrait. And you can use your materials and you can create a picture of them to add to your gallery. And maybe you'll have your own National Portrait Gallery at your home. Artist, remember, you're drawing a picture of yourself showing your greatness. Artist, have fun creating art today.